Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's Pokemon Trainer Neats here, and here I am bringing you my penultimate Ultra Prism product opening video with the Mach Strike Theme Deck from Sun and Moon Ultra Prism. So with these theme decks, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Basically my plan with when I do theme deck openings is we'll take a look at the list, the deck list on the back of the box, and then we'll open the box, quickly whiz through everything that's inside. I'll show you all 60 cards very briefly, and then to actually showcase the deck, it is my intention to use TCGO and record a battle or two using the theme deck on the theme deck mode. I think that's probably the best way to showcase these theme decks. So yeah, okay, let's get right into it. So this is the Mach Strike Theme Deck. The main Pokemon in this deck is Garchomp, which obviously you can just see in the little window there, Garchomp on the box. And now when this theme deck came out, a lot of people were very pleased with this deck because they said it's probably the most playable theme deck that's been released in years. So there's the symbol on the side, Sun and Moon Ultra Prism. So if we look at the back of the box, as you can see here, we have the deck list. So we have 2 Garchomp, 2 Gabite, 3 Gibble, that's our main evolution line, 1 Lucario, 3 Riolu, 1 Hippowdon, 2 Hippopotas, 2 Gumshoes, 3 Yungoos, sorry. Then we've got 2 Solrock, 2 Spiritomb, and then 1 Type Null. Then into our trainer cards, there will be 1 Big Balisada, 2 Cynthia. Now Cynthia is probably the most playable trainer to come out of this deck. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 6 cards, already proving very useful in a lot of meta decks. Virtually every single deck is playing it, and I myself will be using it as well. I'm attending a league challenge in a couple of days in Cannock. It's my first tournament since London Internationals. Kind of took a little break from the game, been getting back into it now. And obviously with Sheffield Regionals coming up, I need to get some practice in. So I'll be using one of these Cynthias because I didn't pull a full playset from my booster box, for those of you that have watched that, so you'll know. Anyway, moving on, 1 Escape Rope, 1 Escape Board even, 1 Escape Rope, 2 Howl, 1 Looker, 2 Nest Ball, 1 Palpad, 2 Professor Kukui, 1 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Time Ball, and 20 Fighting Energy. Just a little thing about what we'll find in the box. So 60 Pokemon card deck, 1 card checklist, 1 metallic coin, 2 player playmat and rule sheet, 1 code card to play the deck online, which obviously we'll be using so that I can show you the deck in action, 1 deck box, and damage counters. And then obviously each player must have a 60 card deck of Pokemon cards to play. So let's get right into the box. Okay, so let me just take off the top cover. So first of all we have our coin. That's a very nice Garchomp coin. Put that to one side. I don't really have use for coins. I have the coins that I use for tournaments, and then I just don't use the rest. So here is our Garchomp Holo. Slightly warped. Holo cards that are in theme decks tend to do that, but I can always put it in the top loader, and to be honest, once you put it in the little theme deck box, it sometimes flattens out. So the Garchomp, let's just look at this one as it is the main card of the deck. It has the quick dive attack for 2 colourless energy. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so you can hit the bench, always good for sniping if you need to. Its main attack is Royal Blades for 1 fighting and 2 colourless energy, does 100 damage, but if you played Cynthia from your hand during this turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So already you're potentially doing 200 damage, and with cards like Choice Band in the format, that's 230, and at that point you're pretty much knocking anything out. So obviously you need to be able to chain Cynthia in order to do that. In Expanded that would be easy with VS Seeker. Not so easy in standard format. You'd need to use things like Puzzle of Time or maybe Palpad to get Cynthia back in your deck, but just little things like that. But this Garchomp, no slouch, really quite a good card for a theme deck. So our code card, I'll put that to one side because I'll be putting that in on TCGO. So here is the deck box. I am quite pleased that they actually started releasing like little deck boxes for the theme decks, because the Ultra, like this sort of shaped box is really kind of hard to store, whereas these little boxes, they fit beautifully inside Elite Trainer boxes, so it's all good. So here is our Sun and Moon Ultra Prism checklist. So, just to show you, so this is like a set list, so I'll be using this to keep track of my cards. Now that I'm getting theme decks from every set again, I'll be able to check what I've got and what I've not got. And then just a little bit of instructions on the front about Prism Star cards, Pokemon GX, Alolan Pokemon, and special rules for Pokemon GX. So, always informative for new players, but it's the card list that we're probably most interested in there. Damage counter sheet. There used to be 10s all the way down on these, and then they started introducing the 50 and 100s. Obviously, competitive, like in the sort of competitive format for Pokemon trading card game, these counters aren't really used. But for kids or new players that get into the game, these are great. And then obviously a little push-out GX counter, reversible poison and burn marker. And that's pretty much it for our damage counter sheet. And then the last thing is just the playmat. Far too big for me to unfold, but obviously it's just double-sided. So you've got bench on one side, bench on the other side. And then all the sort of rules on how to play, but I think I know how to play. I've been playing for long enough. So yeah. I usually sell off the playmats that come with theme decks. I sell them off with my bulk stuff, so I shan't be keeping hold of that for long. Okay, so that's everything in the box, so let's just have a quick look at all the cards in the deck. I don't think they'll be in order. No, they're not in order, they never are. So, we've got Fighting Energy, another Fighting Energy, another Fighting Energy, another Fighting Energy. We've got a Riolu, and Gabite, Fighting Energy, Young Goose, Escape Rope, Fighting Energy, Timer Ball, Looker, Spiritomb, Fighting Energy, Solrock, Gibble. Got the Ascension attack, so that's always good, which allows you to evolve. Hippopotas, Fighting Energy, Cynthia, there's one of the Cynthias that I need. Riolu, Fighting Energy, Escape Board, Professor Kukui, Fighting Energy, Hippowdon. Always very energy intensive, things like Hippowdon, but I mean they'd never be any good in a competitive format, but in theme decks, you know, they're pretty cool. And 140 hit points in the theme deck, nothing to be slouched at. Nest Ball, Fighting Energy, Lucario, Fighting Energy, Young Goose, Gumshoes, Fighting Energy, Gibble, How, Fighting Energy, Timer Ball, Type Null, Palpad, Professor Kukui, Fighting Energy, Cynthia, Garchomp, which obviously we've looked at the holo version of that, Fighting Energy, Gabite, Riolu, Fighting Energy, Spiritomb, Rescue Stretcher, How, Solrock, Fighting Energy, Young Goose, Hippopotas, Fighting Energy, Nest Ball, Gumshoes, Fighting Energy, Big Malasada, and a Gibble. So that is our 60 card deck for the Mach Strike Theme Deck. Looking forward to playing with this. I do quite often play theme decks when I'm here at home, actually. My brother enjoys playing. He's a non-competitive player, so he likes to play with theme decks and build slightly unusual decks, so I usually like to use theme decks and things against him. So I will definitely be playing with this theme deck, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the cards in the deck. So the next thing I will do is, in the next few days, I will I'll unlock the deck online, and I'll bring you a couple of battles to showcase the deck on the theme deck format on TCGO. So you've got that to look forward to. With regards to Ultra Prism product opening, we still have one more theme deck to open, and then we'll be able to get onto Forbidden Light, which has just been released. So that's going to be everything for this video of the Mach Strike Theme Deck opening. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button for me. If this is your first time to the channel, please do subscribe. Regular videos coming right your way more often now. If you want to get in touch with me, you can in a couple of ways. You can email me, PokemonTrainerNeats@hotmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter @PokemonTrainerNeats. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon.